I am an E, and my life is a bit complicated because of a villain system that lives in my head. It constantly gives me missions to do shady things to earn evil power. Even though it wants me to be a bad guy, I try to use my skills in my own way. One night, the system gave me a mission to steal from a thief. I watched a man with a scar a luxury bag from a woman in the night market. I didn't chase him. I just waited at a corner and bumped into him. Using my cloud-stealing hand skill, I took the bag without him even noticing. While he ran into a group of law enforcers and got caught, I was in an alley checking the loot. Inside the bag, I found a student ID for a girl named Qin Yao. It turns out she goes to the same university as me, and she is very beautiful. Completing the mission gave me a new skill called Eye of Insight, which lets me see numbers representing destiny above people's heads. I also used my reward points to upgrade my stealing skill to level 4. Later that night, I decided to return the bag. Instead of just leaving it somewhere, I went straight to the Law Enforcement Bureau. I hung the bag on their gate with a note signed, Night Emperor. I know the police captain, Yanji, is obsessed with catching me, so doing this was a huge insult to her. She was furious that I walked right up to her headquarters and left a message without being seen. To finish my night, I found a group of strangers celebrating a birthday. I sat down, acted like their best friend, and ate a bunch of free food. This completed a free feast mission, giving me even more power. By the end of the night, I had successfully messed with a thief, teased the police, helped a classmate, and got a free meal. I might have a villain system, but I'm still a good person, just one who likes to cause a little trouble. I am an E, and while my physical abilities are already far beyond those of a normal human, my life is constantly being complicated by a system that demands I act like a rogue. Just as I was reflecting on my strength, the system hit me with a third mission for the night, Master of Romance. At first, I was offended. I pride myself on being a decent guy, but once I saw the reward, a demon mask that grants invisibility and the power to change my appearance, I changed my mind. Integrity is great, but those skills are too good to pass up. The mission has a strict catch, though. I have to find a woman with a beauty rating of at least 9 out of 10. I spent hours scanning the crowd, but even a famous celebrity on a billboard didn't meet the system's high standards. I was starting to lose hope until I heard a woman screaming for help in a dark alley. I rushed to the scene and found a short, bald man harassing a woman. When I got closer, I realized the victim was Qin Yao, the girl whose bag I had recovered earlier. At first, I played it cool and pretended to walk away, which made the attacker lower his guard and call me a coward. Once his back was turned, I knocked him out with a wooden stick. This move felt so natural that the system even gave me a new passive skill called Sneak Strike, which makes my attacks from behind much more powerful. Qin Yao was incredibly grateful and impressed by my clever tactics. I lied and told her I only knew her name because we were classmates at the same university. As we talked, my Eye of Insight revealed she has a massive fate value of 96, and more importantly, the system officially rated her as a 9 for my romance mission. Just as I was about to ask her for a favor to complete my task, a luxury car roared up to the alley, and a worried old man jumped out. It looks like my hero moment is being interrupted by her wealthy family's arrival. While I was busy playing the hero for my classmate Qin Yao, a luxury car pulled up and outstepped an old butler named Uncle Fu. He was terrified for her safety and immediately grew suspicious of me, especially when Qin Yao got flustered trying to explain we were just classmates. He actually thought we were trying to run away together. The real shocker, though, was the driver, a guy named Lin Chun. He looked like a rough soldier straight out of a war zone, wearing dirty, bloody clothes that didn't match the expensive car at all. My Eye of Insight went crazy when I looked at him. His destiny value was 100, the absolute maximum. The system even flagged him in red. It hit me then. This guy is the main character of his own story, a high-priced mercenary hired for 100 million to be Qin Yao's bodyguard. Listening to them argue, I felt like a background character in a movie. Qin Yao hated him instantly and even tried to fire him, but Lin Chun didn't care. When she offered to exchange contact info with me, Uncle Fu's glare and my own common sense told me to back off. We live in different worlds, and having a main character like Lin Chun as a rival seemed like a recipe for a short life. But then, my system chimed in with a new main quest, Defy Fate. My mission is to defeat 9 of these, chosen ones, to earn the inheritance of the Azura god. Lin Chen is clearly the first one on the list. I don't know how I'm supposed to beat a guy like that yet, but the reward is too massive to ignore. To end my night with a bit of my own brand of justice, I took the unconscious who tried to rob Qin Yao and dragged him to the Law Enforcement Bureau. For the second time in one night, I slipped past their security and hung the man right on their front gate with a note signed, Night Emperor, calling myself a hero of justice. I can only imagine how furious Captain Yanji is right now. She's desperate to catch me, but the Night Emperor doesn't leave clues. My landlady, Aunt Zhou, was in my room with a girl who looked like she stepped out of a fairy tale. She was wearing a beautiful ancient-style dress and had an otherworldly grace that made her look even more stunning than Qin Yao. My system immediately flagged her as a perfect match for my romantic expert mission, but my eye of insight showed something weird. Her destiny value was just a question mark. I've never seen that before. Aunt Zhou told me she found the girl, Shen Mushuan, on the street and decided she should stay with me. After scolding me for being late on my rent and taking the last of my cash, she left us alone. I felt pretty nervous about sharing my small apartment with such a beautiful stranger, but I tried to be a good host. Shen Mushuan is definitely unusual. She spent 30 minutes just staring at my light bulb like it was a magical treasure. I didn't have much to offer her for dinner, so I made a big pot of instant noodles. She was so polite and graceful while eating that I thought she was barely touching the food. But when I looked down, the entire pot, 4 packs of noodles, and all the soup, was completely gone. For someone who looks like a delicate goddess, she sure can eat. Now, I'm in a total panic. The system just alerted me that I only have 1 hour left to finish my romance mission. I'm running out of time, and Shen Mushuan is sitting right there, looking at me with those wide, innocent eyes. She is clearly my best and only chance to complete the mission, but I have no idea how to pull it off without looking like a creep. I need to act fast, or I'll lose the reward. Late at night, the bright moon was half hidden behind dark clouds. And he lay in bed, tossing and turning. He couldn't fall asleep. Yes, he was the only one lying there. The Master of Romance mission had only a few minutes left. It was impossible to finish, so the punishment was inevitable. Although Shen Mushuan was a bit naive and very cute, and he was not someone who acted on impulse, there was no way he would do anything inappropriate to her. It was like seeing a luxury car on the street. Wanting it and stealing it were 2 completely different things. And he held on to his principles and kept his integrity. Now, he had to face the system's punishment. On the system control panel, the countdown for the Master of Romance mission was clearly displayed. Ding! The Master of Romance mission is about to end. Please complete it as soon as possible. Annie swallowed hard, his face pale and covered in sweat. The nightmare-like punishment was coming. Countdown: 10, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1. Mission closed. At the moment the mission ended, Annie's heart pounded wildly, as if it might burst from his chest. Ding! Host Annie failed to complete the mission. The system will now issue punishment. As the system's voice faded, a wave of sharp pain surged through his body. Ah! He cried out, his body trembling as he lay curled up on the bed, drenched in cold sweat. There were no visible injuries, but the pain was unbearable. It was too much to endure. Holding his head, Annie's vision blurred as his consciousness faded. Gradually, he lost awareness. In the sky, a blood-red crescent moon hung low. Dark clouds churned around it, rumbling faintly with thunder. A towering bronze structure rose into the heavens, so tall its peak disappeared into the stormy clouds. A sinister aura filled the air. Inside the tower were imprisoned countless terrifying beings, fierce ghosts, monstrous creatures, and twisted spirits. Their chilling screams echoed endlessly. The overwhelming darkness and resentment made the tower feel like a gateway to the underworld. Yet, even those fearsome beings trembled in terror before a shadowy figure that stood among them. And he stood in the midst of chaos, watching cloaked figures with hidden faces wielding scythes as they fought fiercely. One familiar figure after another rushed forward, shielding him with their own bodies from the deadly blades. Blood splattered everywhere, turning the Tower of Sin into a place of slaughter. A deep sorrow filled his chest. "Young master, don't look back." Go to the top of the sky tower. Run. Run as far as you can. The old man, his face marked with dark lines, looked at him. In the final moment before death, his fierce expression softened into a gentle smile. Then, a giant scythe appeared above and struck down upon him. Stop! Stop! Everyone, stop right now! Tears streamed down in Yi's face as he shouted in anger. Suddenly, he opened his eyes, gasping for breath. A dream. It had only been a dream. He let out a shaky sigh, his body drenched in sweat. You're awake? A soft, pleasant voice sounded beside him. Looking up, Yi saw Shen Mushuan's beautiful face and froze. Only then did he realize he had been resting on something warm and soft, faintly scented with a gentle fragrance. A lap pillow? Startled, he quickly sat up. Seeing Shen Mushuan sitting on his bed, he stammered, Why you? Why are you in my room? He then noticed her light clothing, simple and elegant, though a bit too casual for comfort. Had he really been resting on her lap, just now? Shen Mushuan said calmly, I was meditating and heard you shouting in your sleep. You sounded troubled, so I came to check on you. Please, put something on, Yi said, his face turning red as he looked away. He picked up his coat from the bedside and gently draped it over her shoulders. She was already stunning, her beauty unmatched, and her light attire made her seem even more dazzling, enough to test anyone's composure. Even a monk who had lived in seclusion for decades might have struggled to stay calm. Oh, she replied softly. Shen Mushuan put on her coat and asked curiously, Did you just have a nightmare? Ah, yeah. Yi responded a bit slowly, only realizing what she said after a moment. The system's punishment this time had been unbearably painful, probably worse than what a prisoner might feel before execution. It had hurt so much that he actually fainted. Even now, his head still throbbed faintly, and his mind felt foggy. Hopefully, there wouldn't be any lasting effects. Useless system. No real abilities, just endless trouble. Shen Mushuan asked, What kind of nightmare was it? You looked like you were in pain. Just now. It seemed like you were crying. Crying? Impossible. A strong man like me wouldn't cry. Yi smiled and touched his face. Wait, there were tear marks. He really had cried. Nightmares are normal. Probably watched too many scary movies. Haha. But don't tell anyone, okay? Especially Aunt Zhou. Once she knows, the whole neighborhood will hear about it. Yi laughed awkwardly, trying to change the subject. Shen Mushuan looked curious. What's a scary movie? It's like a film or a TV show, Yi explained. What's a film or a TV show? Yi's mouth twitched. Could this girl be from another time? How could she not know anything? I heard from Aunt Zhou that you lost your memory, that you can't remember anything from 16 years ago. That's so sad, Shen Mushuan said sympathetically. Lost memory. Yi forced a smile. That was indeed what he had told his landlady before. Maybe I can help you get your memories back, Shen Mushuan said seriously, pressing her finger gently between his eyebrows. A cool sensation spread through him. But then, Shen Mushuan's expression suddenly changed. Yi quickly grabbed her hand. Don't. I think being forgetful is fine. I'm happy with my life now. He wasn't sick. He didn't need treatment. I think I saw something really frightening, Shen Mushuan said worriedly. What did you see? Yi's heart tightened, his expression uneasy. This girl was strange. Maybe she really did have some kind of power. Shen Mushuan shook her head. I can't explain it. But, you're hurting my hand. At that moment, Yi realized he was still tightly holding Shen Mushuan's hand. He quickly let go. Sorry, I didn't notice just now. Shen Mushuan smiled. I've done what I can. I might not be able to help you anymore. Yi waved with a grin. It's fine. It's late. You should rest. I have class tomorrow, so I need to get up early. Good night. Good night. Shen Mushuan put down his jacket and smiled gently as she said goodbye. Bang. Hearing the door close, Yi let out a small sigh of relief. Living under the same roof like this wasn't a good idea. Otherwise, he might not be able to focus properly. He gazed at the silver moon outside the window. A faint longing appeared in his eyes, mixed with a trace of sadness. Even though this wasn't the same world anymore, the moon still looked so familiar. Ding. System message. Romantic expert. Mission incomplete. Mission continues. No time limit. Seriously? Again? Monday morning. The entire city of Jiangbei was covered in a heavy, sleepy mood. On the bus, everyone wore tired faces, looking like they didn't want to talk to anyone. Yi held onto the handrail with one hand, rubbing his sleepy eyes. Last night's system punishment had really worn him out. Ding. New system mission. Steal something? Reward, 10 mischief points. Come on, really? A mission this early in the morning? Yawning, and he tried to wake himself up and looked around the bus. Even stealing had its rules. He couldn't just take anything from anyone. The system had its tricks, and he had his own ways to deal with it. He'd just find a way to fool the system again. Then, a beautiful girl caught his eye, making him instantly more awake. Her long black hair flowed smoothly over her shoulders like silk. Her plain white dress was simple, yet it perfectly showed her graceful figure. From wherein he stood, he could only see her side profile. She looked naturally beautiful, with no makeup, her bright eyes full of quiet charm. In the soft morning sunlight, her flawless side profile seemed almost dreamlike. And he was slightly stunned. What was going on lately? Why were all the girls he met so attractive? Was his luck and love finally turning around? Ding. System alert. The target meets the criteria for Master of Romance. The system's voice sounded at the wrong time, and Yi's expression became complicated. The troublesome Master of Romance mission was still ongoing, which meant this girl had reached a 9-point standard. His luck with women was really strong these days. Normally, he wouldn't meet someone this beautiful. Just then, a sneaky hand slowly reached toward the girl's bag and quietly took out her wallet. The whole process was silent, and the girl didn't notice a thing. And he glanced at the young man in a baseball cap behind her, a smirk of disdain appearing on his lips. Didn't even learn how to steal properly, and already making a fool of yourself. He had been wondering how to complete his system task. Seems like the opportunity had come to him. Excuse me. And he stepped in front of the thief and deliberately bumped into him. The thief, startled and nervous, jumped slightly. When he saw it was just a teenager, about 18 or 19, he got angry. The bus is huge. Why are you squeezing over here? I feel like it. Got a problem with that? And he looked defiant, his tone arrogant. When he put on a serious face, he actually looked quite intimidating. The thief froze for a moment. How could a kid barely 20 have such a strong presence? Aye. The thief clenched his fists, his face turning red with embarrassment for being scared earlier. If he hadn't just stolen something and needed to stay low, he would have already punched this annoying kid. He forced himself to stay calm. If a fight broke out and the police got involved, it would be bad news. The girl looked frightened, glancing between an E and the thief, and carefully stepped back. The other passengers began to understand what was happening. The bus was spacious, yet these two were crowding near the girl, and she was clearly very pretty. It looked like they were trying to take advantage of her. Disgusting. Just wait till we get off the bus, kid. You're done. The thief glared at an E angrily, then backed away to the rear of the bus. He wasn't here to flirt. Since he already had the wallet, there was no need to argue with that foolish boy. The girl in the white dress seemed frightened by Ani's calm confidence. She lowered her head timidly, not daring to look at him. Ani smiled and said, "Miss, what's your name? Let's get to know each other." Lon Ruashi. Lon Ruashi looked nervous. It was the first time she had met someone who acted so boldly. He looked handsome, but his behavior carried a hint of mischief. Nice name. Here, Miss Lon, this is for you. Ani reached out and handed her a pink wallet. Lon Ruashi froze for a moment, then quickly checked her bag. Her wallet was indeed missing. This is my wallet. Ani said calmly. Next time, be more careful. You didn't even notice it was gone. Thank you. Really, thank you so much. Lon Ruashi felt both embarrassed and grateful. Her mother was seriously ill and waiting for surgery at the hospital. She had just borrowed some money and deposited it into her card, ready to pay the hospital fees. If she had lost it, the consequences would have been terrible. At first, she thought Ani was just another troublemaker. After all, there were plenty of rude people on buses these days, but it turned out to be a misunderstanding. Her kind heart made her feel even more embarrassed toward him. At the back of the bus, a thief who had just arrived froze when he saw the scene. Wait a second. That was the wallet he had just stolen. How did it end up in that guy's hand? His face burned with shame. He was a thief, yet someone had managed to steal from him. If word got out, he'd lose all his pride. Ding. Theft. Mission complete. Evil points 10. Hearing the system's voice in his mind, Ani smiled. He had found a loophole in the system. This so-called villain system really had too many bugs. Just then, the bus stopped. Ani walked to the front and handed over another wallet. Driver, I found this wallet. The thief at the back panicked and quickly checked his pockets. Both wallets were gone. A whole morning's work, gone in an instant. The driver glanced at the wallet and smiled. Well done, young man. That's a good deed. Lon Rawashi was stunned. What a coincidence. Finding one wallet might be normal, but two? And he had already gotten out of the car. The thief jumped in anger and shouted, "Driver, that wallet is mine. It's mine." The driver opened the wallet and found an ID card inside. Looking puzzled, he said, "The gender doesn't match." "Young man, are you Wang Shufan?" The thief was speechless. This wasn't over. After he got off, the thief, still full of anger, quickly followed. He had to get his pride back today. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to show his face in Jiangbei again. He worked under Brother Long. This guy was done for. He had already contacted Brother Long and gathered more than 20 people. Tonight, he was going to teach that guy a lesson. He wouldn't stop until the guy was seriously hurt. Where did he go? The thief searched several streets, but couldn't find an E anywhere. Looking for me. Before he could react, an E suddenly appeared behind him and struck the back of his neck with a sharp hand chop. The thief's vision went dark, and he collapsed to the ground. And he looked at his hand, a bit confused. He had forgotten something. He had a passive skill called Sneak Attack, which increased his damage by 150% when attacking from behind. He thought he might have hurt a bone just now. Ahem, must have been his imagination. He couldn't be that strong. Yes, definitely misheard. Not long after he left, more than 20 people arrived in the alley, all holding sticks and bats. Brother Long, Chicken got taken down. Let me see. His neck's injured. Who hit him this hard? I'm telling you, the most beautiful girl at East University has to be ECC. In a university classroom, a tall, muscular student said seriously. Nonsense. It's Qin Yao. Everyone knows that. Are you trying to start a fight? A thin student with glasses and a sly look argued back, his face turning red. ECC only won the school beauty vote because Qin Yao wasn't in her department. If she had joined, ECC wouldn't have stood a chance. While the two kept arguing, the sleepy guy nearby yawned weakly and said, "Aren't you bored? What does the school beauty have to do with you two anyway? Bai Xiao, why are you sleeping in the middle of the day? Class hasn't even started yet." The rough-looking student, who resembled a gorilla, patted Bai Xiao on the shoulder as he spoke. Bai Xiao brushed his hand away. "Deshan, Dechao, keep your voices down. I just want to nap for a bit. I've been really tired lately." Qin Shan was the gorilla-like guy, nicknamed Deshan. Lu Dachao was the thin one with glasses. Class was about to start, and more students were arriving. Qin Shan picked his nose with his thick finger and said, "I bet an E isn't coming again. Who's going to answer for him this time?" Lu Dachao shook his head. "I did it last time." Noticing their looks, Bai Xiao sighed. "Fine, I'll do it. But let me sleep afterward, don't bother me." "This stupid system." "What system?" Qin Shan asked. Suddenly, an E appeared behind them and patted Bai Xiao's shoulder. Startled, Bai Xiao jumped. "You actually came to class." Qin Shan grinned. "A rare guest. The last time we saw you, Mist Song was still new here." "Unbelievable," Lu Dachao said, his face full of surprise. Seeing their amazed looks, an E shrugged. "Hey, I did score over 600 on the entrance exam. It's not easy staying in school. If I fail another class, I'll be kicked out." Lu Dachao pushed up his glasses. "I've called your name 12 times already. You owe me 3 meals at the cafeteria." "No problem. Once I've got some money, I'll treat you to whatever you want," an E said with a grin. Qin Shan shook his head quickly. "That'll never happen. You're always broke. It's already good enough that you're not borrowing from us." At that moment, Bai Xiao had already fallen asleep. And he looked at him, puzzled. What's wrong with this guy? He wasn't like this before. Qin Shan shrugged. "No idea. Something weird happened recently. All he does is sleep. Barely even gets up for anything." And he looked at Bai Xiao with a strange expression, one that carried a hint of concern. With the eye of insight, he could clearly see that Bai Xiao's destiny value was actually 89. That number was already very high. Very few ordinary people even reached 70. Then an E was stunned. Strangely, as Bai Xiao slept, his destiny value slowly rose from 89 to 90. What was going on? Could this guy be special too? And he knew these 3 people very well. Qin Shan, Lu Dachao, and Bai Xiao. They used to be roommates, sharing a dorm for more than half a year. Later, and he left for personal reasons, but they still stayed in touch. This time, though, by Xiao seemed a little different. What have you been doing at home lately? Lu Dachao asked with a grin. And Yi casually replied, keeping someone company. A beautiful girl suddenly came to stay at my place, and I've been figuring out how to help her settle in. Yeah, right. Qin Shan and Lu Dachao both gave him a look of disbelief. And Yi chuckled. Honestly, why did no one ever believe him? Speaking of which, he wondered how Shin Mushuan was doing at home. That girl really didn't know much about the world. He had just taught her how to watch TV. She was probably completely absorbed in it now. Anyway, he would go back after class. Nothing serious could happen in just one morning. Wait, I just remembered. Qin Yao is in this class too. Lu Dachao looked at his phone and exclaimed in surprise. Qin Shan got excited. Really? Come on. Aren't you the one who keeps saying Yi Cici is the most beautiful? Please, they're both campus beauties. What's the difference? While the two argued, a bright and graceful figure slowly appeared at the door. In an instant, the whole classroom fell silent. All the boys turned their heads toward the door, their eyes fixed on the tall, elegant girl walking in. Qin Yao? And he was a little surprised. He had skipped so many classes that he hadn't realized they actually shared one. Beside him, Qin Shan and Lu Dachao stared at Qin Yao with wide eyes, completely mesmerized. Even Bai Xiao, who had been lying down half asleep, lifted his head and looked at her intently. Shameless. How did I ever end up sharing a dorm with these guys? And he secretly felt disdain. To be honest, Qin Yao was very attractive, but Shin Mushuan's looks were just as good. Besides, last night he had even tried resting on her lap for a while. Then, the figure that followed through the door made everyone in the classroom tense up. It was a young man walking right behind Qin Yao. He was tall and lean, with a cold, serious face. And Yi's heart sank slightly. Even though Lin Shun was dressed casually today, the sharp aura around him couldn't be hidden. This guy was dangerous. Ding. System mission. Interception. Ding. Mission reward. Lockpicking. Evil power 20. 20 points of evil power. And Yi was a little surprised and quickly opened the reward details. Lockpicking LV1. Skill description. Basic lockpicking. Works on simple locks below standard security level. And Yi's eyes lit up. This skill wasn't bad. He could even get a part-time job at a locksmith company. But what kind of mission was interception? He forced himself to stay calm and read the mission details carefully. His face darkened immediately. The mission was simple. Win Qin Yao's favor and keep suppressing Lin Shun. What a joke. That guy was a top-level bodyguard with an annual salary of 100 million. He might even be a martial artist. Wasn't in Yi's main mission to recruit this warrior king as his subordinate? How was he supposed to do that now? They were destined to clash. Ding. System notice. They are not in a romantic relationship. And not a couple? He rubbed his chin, deep in thought. If the system said so, then maybe there was still a chance. Hey, why are you sitting here? Qin Yao frowned at Lin Shun beside her, clearly annoyed. Lin Shun glanced at her calmly. This isn't your private classroom. Why can't I sit here? Qin Yao huffed, grabbed her books, and moved to an empty seat in the back. Without hesitation, Lin Shun followed. Before she could finish, Lin Shun said firmly, I'm your personal bodyguard. I have to make sure you're safe. Qin Yao slammed her book on the desk and pouted in frustration. She was getting angrier by the minute. Why did her father have to hire someone like him to protect her? The school beauty meets the strong and confident soldier. From an outsider's view, this would definitely look like a sweet and heartwarming scene. Their first meeting leads to a small conflict. A classic start for two people who are destined to clash before getting along. But to others, it didn't look that way at all. How awful. That guy actually dared to bother Qin, the school beauty. Qin Shan clenched his fists, wanting to curse Lin Shun, but he was too afraid of getting hit. His face showed both anger and hesitation. Lu Dachao was furious too, his small eyes filled with rage. Seeing their reactions, the other boys also felt uncomfortable. Couldn't they see that the goddess didn't want to sit with him? Yet that guy still acted like a troublemaker around Qin Yao. Just then, he walked toward the back row where Qin Yao and Lin Shun were sitting, holding his books and looking calm and confident. Qin Shan was stunned. Where are you going? To see Qin Yao, and said casually. His voice wasn't loud, but many people heard it. All eyes turned toward him. See Qin Yao? Was he serious? Did he even know what kind of family she came from? Not to mention, she was the school goddess who had turned down countless admirers. Was he just asking to be embarrassed? Hi, beautiful, may I sit here? A clear, pleasant voice sounded beside Qin Yao's ear. Beautiful? Such an old-fashioned way to start a conversation. Who still used that? Qin Yao frowned slightly, but when she looked up, she froze for a moment. The newcomer was a handsome young man. His features were clean and bright, his smile sunny, yet with a hint of playful charm. Not annoying, but rather comforting. It was an E. The boys in the class immediately perked up, eager to watch what would happen next. Lu Dachao pushed up his glasses and smirked. That an E sure has some nerve. Everyone waited, expecting Qin Yao to turn him down. It's you. When Qin Yao realized who it was, her face lit up with a surprised and happy smile. Everyone was stunned. What was going on? That guy had barely attended any classes. How could he already know the school beauty so well? I didn't expect you to really be a student at Donghai University, and we're even in the same department. Qin Yao looked surprised and asked, how come I've never seen you in class before? And he gave an awkward smile. I'm not very noticeable, so it's normal you didn't notice me. Or maybe you skip class too often. Qin Yao blinked playfully. Clearly, she also skipped classes quite a bit. Qin Shan, Lu Dachao, and Bai Xiu were all stunned. They had been single for a whole year at Donghai University and had never been noticed by any girl. But Annie was actually talking with the campus beauty, Qin Yao. Seeing Qin Yao's bright smile, they all felt a mix of emotions. Sorry, that seat is taken. At that moment, Lin Chun, who had been silent, suddenly opened his eyes. Thinking an E wanted to sit next to Qin Yao, he gave him a cold stare. An E acted as if he hadn't heard him. He smiled politely at Qin Yao and walked straight to the back of the classroom. Lin Chen frowned slightly. So this guy wasn't trying to get close to Qin Yao? Good. He didn't want to bother with someone who looked so quiet and harmless anyway. At the back of the classroom, An Yi's lips curved into a faint smile. Chasing after the campus beauty? That would look too desperate. He was taking a different approach, waiting for her to come to him. He silently counted down in his mind, his face calm and confident. 3, 2, 1, 0.5. Sure enough, Qin Yao suddenly stood up, glared at Lin Chun, and said, stay in your seat this time. Don't follow me. Then she walked toward the back. Seeing her get up, An Yi's smile deepened slightly. Only a fool would try to force things. He called this taking a step back to move forward. Qin Yao held her book and walked up to him. Is this seat taken? Mind if I sit here? Of course not. It's not like I own the place, An Yi said with a cheerful grin. He had guessed right. Qin Yao clearly disliked sitting next to Lin Chen, and since An Yi had once helped her, she already had a good impression of him. Now, with him sitting alone in the back and plenty of empty seats around, her choice was obvious. The whole class was stunned. What on earth had this guy done? Why was Qin Yao, who usually ignored all the boys, being so friendly to An Yi? She even asked to sit next to him. In an instant, the whole classroom was filled with jealousy. It was Qin Yao, after all. No matter her looks, figure, personality, or family background, she was perfect in every way. And now, this flawless goddess seemed to have a special interest in an ordinary guy. If it were Lin Chun, they might not feel so jealous. After all, they didn't know him well, and he looked confident and extraordinary, clearly not an average person. They might envy him a little, but that's all. But An Yi? A guy who could barely afford anything, with nothing special except a handsome face. Yet somehow, he was getting along so well with Qin Yao. Why could he, of all people, be so lucky? Lin Chen's face darkened as he glared coldly at An Yi. But An Yi acted as if he didn't notice Lin Chen's sharp gaze, staying calm and relaxed. Who cared if Lin Chen was some kind of chosen one? Since things had already come to this, there was no need to pretend anymore. So what if he was worth 100 million? If he was so great, why didn't he just try to fight him? Besides, Qin Yao had approached him first. Why should he be the one to blame? After thinking it through, An Yi felt more at ease. Lin Chen's expression changed slightly. This guy wasn't afraid of him. After years on the battlefield, Lin Chen carried an aura that made most people tremble. But this boy didn't even flinch. Or maybe he simply didn't take him seriously. Something was definitely off about him. When class started, none of the boys could focus. Bai Xiu stopped napping, Qin Shan looked dazed, and Lu Dachao was completely lost in thought. In the back row, only An Yi and Qin Yao sat together. Sitting beside her, An Yi quietly admired her flawless profile. Her skin was smooth and fair, her features delicate and perfect. Especially her bright eyes, lively and full of energy, they made it hard to look away. Pay attention to the lesson. Stop staring at me. A faint blush appeared on Qin Yao's pretty face, though no one could tell if it was from the warmth or something else. Her shy expression made her even more charming, and he couldn't help feeling a little distracted. She was indeed beautiful, just as stunning as Shun Mushuan, each with her own unique charm. But could he really pursue Qin Yao just because of his mission? And he fell into deep thought. Qin Yao was perfect, but Shin Mushuan was no less impressive. Who should he choose for this flower-picking mission? It had to be said, and he was getting carried away. After being single for 18 years and never even properly holding a girl's hand, he now found himself torn between two beautiful girls. Meanwhile, Qin Yao was quietly observing An. In terms of looks, An wasn't bad at all. After all, his charm value from the mischief system was 8.3. Usually, anyone above 7 could be called handsome. Those above 8 were already at the level of campus heartthrobs. Many popular actors scored around that range. However, Qin Yao wasn't a shallow girl. If good looks alone could win her heart, she wouldn't have stayed single for so long despite having so many admirers. Last night, An had bravely saved her, and today they met again by chance. It felt like fate. Thinking of this, Qin Yao's ears turned slightly red. Tell me clearly, what exactly happened between you and Qin Yao? If you don't explain, you're not leaving today? Man, I'm so jealous right now. On the sports field of Dongda University, An and his friends strolled around, each holding an ice pop. Qin Shan and Lu Dachao couldn't hold back their curiosity any longer. After all, An had spent the whole morning sitting behind Qin Yao. Now, he had become the public enemy of the economics department. It's nothing much, An said. We met by chance yesterday. I helped her a little, and that's how we got to know each other. Did you exchange contact info? Yeah, we added each other in class today. Unbelievable. The four of them joked and laughed as they reached the basketball court. Although Lu Dachao wore glasses, he had sharp eyes. He immediately spotted Qin Yao and shouted excitedly, "Look, isn't that the campus beauty, Qin Yao?" And he looked up. Sure enough, it was Qin Yao near the basketball court. Lin Shin was not far from her, though they were about 10 meters apart. Clearly, Qin Yao was not willing to let him follow. Wow, this is going to be interesting. This is Wang Xiefeng's territory. He's a big fan of Qin Yao. Now that he sees Lin Shan, he's probably getting angry. Lu Dachao pushed up his glasses and showed a sneaky smile. And he thought for a moment. He didn't know Wang Xiefeng very well, but he knew of him. He was on the school basketball team. He was about 1.9 meters tall, handsome, and the star player of the team. Rumor had it that he came from a wealthy family and was quite rich. Many girls liked him. Once, on the school forum, he had openly pursued Qin Yao, which caused a lot of discussion. At the basketball court, Qin Yao sat on a bench with a sullen face, angrily drinking her milk tea. Lin Shan was really annoying. He followed her everywhere. This is school. School. Where do so many dangers come from? Lin Shan looked serious and leaned against the iron fence of the basketball court, closing his eyes to rest. He had been through many life-and-death battles, but his last mission was as a bodyguard. Lin Shan felt a bit helpless about it. But now, during such a critical time, Qin Yao, being targeted by a big corporation, might be in danger. As her bodyguard, he had to keep a close watch. Just then, a basketball flew over and hit Lin Shan hard. Suddenly, Lin Shan opened his eyes, his gaze sharp as a sword. Bang! A loud explosion. The basketball was pierced through by Lin Shan's hand, like a sword. The loud sound drew everyone's attention. All the eyes were wide with surprise. An was eating ice cream, secretly watching Lin Shan's performance, and was amazed. He could just reach out and pierce a basketball. Is this a movie? Sure enough, a chosen one like him was hard to deal with. Oops, sorry about that. The ball flew out while I was shooting. Sorry, the ball is a bit old and not very sturdy. Did I hurt you? A tall boy in a basketball uniform approached and smiled. Lin Shan didn't say anything. He gave him a cold look. The basketball was originally aimed at him. They were separated by the basketball court. How could he accidentally throw it so far? The tall boy felt a little nervous under Lin Shan's gaze. He knew very well that the basketball was new, bought not long ago, costing several thousand yuan, and was well made. Using his hand to directly pierce through, this strength is truly terrifying. But he can't back down because the goddess is watching him. He must teach the annoying fly next to the goddess a good lesson. Lin Chen glanced at Qin Yao. She was originally excited, looking like she was enjoying the show, but when she noticed Lin Chen looking at her, she quickly picked up her milk tea, avoiding eye contact and pretending to look at the scenery. It's okay. Lin Chen ignored the tall boy. Although they are about the same age, Lin Chen really doesn't see himself as equal to these delicate flowers in the greenhouse. In his opinion, they are just inexperienced kids. Arguing with them would make him seem childish. The tall boy smiled and said, "Can you play basketball? Want to have a quick game?" Lin Chen firmly refused. "No. Come on. Just play for fun. We're just messing around." The tall boy persisted, staring intently at Lin Chen. This guy has been following Qin Yao around, and Lin Chen is already furious. If he doesn't teach him a lesson, he won't feel comfortable. Nearby, an E and the others are relaxing on the fitness equipment, watching the scene like spectators. See that? I knew Wang Xiefeng would pick a fight with Lin Chen. Lu Daqiao looked confident and smiled. And he thought for a moment. It seems he doesn't even need to step in now. At school, many people dislike Lin Chen. At this moment, Qin Yao noticed an E, waved her milk teacup at him. And he smiled and waved back. Oh my god. Qin Yao just waved at me and smiled. Did you see that? Get lost. She was clearly looking at me. Qin Shan and Lu Daqiao argued. And he felt helpless. Do these guys have no self-awareness? Let's get closer. There's good drama. Bring Bai Xiao. That guy is sleeping on the pull-up bar again. Brother, can you play? Want to join us? The school team is pretty aggressive. Another student from a different team invited Lin Chen. Wang Xiefeng, the tall boy, smiled and said, "Maybe it's better to forget it. We're on the school team, and ordinary people can't keep up with our pace." That was such a weak attempt at provoking him. But, anyway, being a bodyguard is pretty boring. Lin Chen glanced at him lightly and nodded, saying, "Okay." Haha, brave enough? Wang Xiefeng couldn't help but feel excited. Basketball is his home court, and he can't believe Lin Chen accepted his challenge. He's overestimating himself. Lin Chen changed into his team uniform and went onto the court. Qin Yao's beautiful eyes also lit up. She really enjoys watching basketball. It would be great if she could see Lin Chen, the annoying bodyguard, mess up. Wang Xiefeng's lips curled into a smile. For him, what's coming next is a nightmare. Lin Chen, dressed in blue, moved across the court like a blue whirlwind, dribbling past opponents, jumping for a shot. Three-pointer. Slam dunk. Smack. Lin Chen made a fierce block. The ball was knocked flying. Wang Xiefeng watched his hands tremble, eyes wide with disbelief. What just happened? That's impossible. When did he get here? The whole court fell silent. Even Qin Yao, who was sipping her milk tea through a straw, stopped. That's amazing. We've met a pro. Wang Xiefeng, aren't you feeling proud now? The blue team players teased each other, and the anger from being beaten so badly earlier had mostly disappeared. Lin Chen moved his wrists and coldly said, "You're too slow, you." Wang Xiefeng clenched his teeth, glaring at Lin Chen with anger. Next to them, Lu Daqiao nudged an E and whispered, "Brother E, this kid's basketball skills are really good. How do you compare? You're the king of street ball in Jiangbei. Want to try?" And he shrugged and said, "Sorry, I never play for free." After holding the ball, Lin Chen moved quickly like a leopard, weaving through 3 defenders, and suddenly threw the basketball with a sharp sound. The ball followed a curved path and smoothly went into the basket. A perfect shot. In an instant, the whole court erupted in cheers. Wow! Amazing! Awesome! That shot was so cool. The school team players are no match for him. What's that guy's name? So handsome. So cool. Spectators outside the court looked on in amazement, and soon the area around the basketball court was crowded with people. Even Qin Yao was stunned. She usually enjoyed watching basketball games, and although she didn't particularly like Lin Chen, she had to admit, his basketball skills are really impressive. The way he plays is really good. The cheers from the crowd were so loud that Bai Xiao, who was sleeping on the railing, woke up and focused his eyes. Relaxed and confident. Want to try? Playing pickup games all the time, no one really knows you. If you were as bold as Wang Xiefeng, maybe you'd already be in a relationship, Qin Shan asked with a smile. That's too much effort for no reward. I have no money and no interest. Yi shrugged and said, glancing at Qin Yao, who looked focused and showed a thoughtful expression. Qin Yao seemed quite interested in basketball. Maybe she could start from this. Do you want to keep playing? Lin Xin dribbled the ball skillfully with one hand and asked calmly. Wang Xiefeng's face turned red. He knew he had been beaten. He wanted to use his skills to dominate this guy and impress the goddess, but not only would that fail, it might also embarrass him. Keep going. Wang Xiefeng gritted his teeth. He was the one who started this, so if he just gave up now, it would be even more embarrassing. Lin Xin caught the ball with one hand and smiled. Since that's the case, let's continue. The next scene was almost unbearable to watch. Lin Chun was like a tiger among sheep, unstoppable once he had the ball. Wang Xiefeng's team looked like flies, darting around chaotically, their rhythm completely disrupted, and their teamwork fell apart. I can't do it anymore. Two players from the red team collapsed to the ground, sweating all over and gasping heavily. Wang Xiefeng shouted, "It's not over yet. Get up. We can't run anymore. Really can't run anymore." Both teammates shook their heads, indicating they were out of energy. Although they tried to block and chase Lin Chun, it was not very effective, and running around made them very tired. No goal scored after a long time, both physically and mentally exhausted. Not far away, Qin Yao was still watching with great interest. Wang Xiefeng angrily punched the basketball hoop. He knew Qin Yao liked watching basketball games. Every time the school held a basketball match, she would watch. So he worked hard to learn basketball and practice tirelessly, just to show off in front of Qin Yao. He succeeded. Now, he is the captain of the university basketball team. In terms of skills, he is undoubtedly the best player in the school. Qin Yao still didn't pay much attention to him. But occasionally, when she saw that bright figure in the audience, she felt very satisfied. Who would have thought that today he would meet a tough opponent? His strength was terrifying. This time, in front of Qin Yao, he probably lost all face. Wang Xiefeng felt unconvinced, trembling with anger. The two lying on the ground were no longer useful, but substitutes were hard to find. They were both on the school basketball team, the best at Dongdai University. Who could replace them? At this moment, Wang Xiefeng saw an E, like seeing a life-saving straw, and happily shouted, "Brother E, do you want to play a game?" An E? Qin Yao looked at an E, curious. Does he also play basketball? An E smiled without speaking and raised one finger. Wang Xiefeng looked serious, raised. Then he raised a third. Everyone outside was confused. What are they doing? Suddenly, seeing this scene, an E casually jumped down from the horizontal bar, smiling excitedly and saying, "Dashin, Lao Bai, Da Chao, a big fish, it's our turn to play." Lin Chun raised an eyebrow slightly, watching an E move his wrists as he entered the court, his eyes narrowing. This guy is relentless, no matter where he goes. And he played basketball, but not in a formal way. He was more like a street ball player making money from basketball. One finger represents 1,000 yuan. Wang Xiefeng, being wealthy, didn't care about 1,000 yuan at all. He directly offered 2,000. Then, he raised a third finger, indicating that if they won, he would add another 1,000. 3,000 yuan. That could cover half a year's rent for an E. The temptation was hard to resist. Substitute players, all four of us go in, and he casually picked up a clean red sports jersey from his lounge chair and changed into it, speaking calmly. "Oh, a new player is coming in. Sure, do whatever you want." A blue team player smiled and said, clearly not taking an E and the other seriously. After all, Lin Chun is so amazing. He scored over 30 points alone, making it impossible for the opponents to even get close to the ball. If he played for the provincial team, he probably wouldn't lose. "Hey, who are you? Just get in when you say so." A red team player looked annoyed. "Who are these newcomers? Just sub them in, but 4 at once? That's too much." Wang Xiefeng's face turned cold. "Trash, you're embarrassing yourself just standing here. Get off the court, change your clothes, and leave quickly." The red team players looked at each other, reluctantly obeying. Wang Xiefeng wasn't a good person either. Basically, he was a spoiled rich kid. At school, they often suffered under his pressure. But because he was rich and powerful, even the school basketball team was sponsored by his family. Winning or losing isn't certain, but one thing's for sure. No matter what, not a single cent of the money can be lost. And he said calmly, "I've heard of you, king of street ball. Just go all out." Wang Xiefeng coldly replied, "I don't care about a little money like this. If I can widen the score gap, I'll add 1,000 more for you." And he grinned. "Deal? Who is he?" He looks pretty handsome. Don't know? Anyway, there's no way he can beat Lin Chun. Lin Chun, keep going. Crush them. A group of girls outside the court was already shouting loudly. Lin Chun looked cool and handsome, like a cold, icy handsome guy. Plus, he had an incredible basketball skill, which easily outshined Wang Xiefeng, making him the new heartthrob of the court. In no time, he won the hearts of many girls outside. Let's start, and he said. Qin Shan, Lu Dachao, and Bai Xiu began to spread out and position themselves. As the basketball was thrown into the air, Qin Shan, standing at 1.95 meters, leapt up and caught the ball, then threw it to Lu Dachao. This move surprised Wang Xiefeng. He had good eyesight. This man, who looked like a gorilla, had such explosive power and jumping ability. Definitely a promising center. Lu Dachao caught the ball, showed a mischievous smile, and threw the ball along his arm. His movements were smooth and natural. Very fast. Everyone on the court was fooled by his fake move. Even Wang Xiefeng didn't notice where the ball went. But Lin Chun wasn't fooled. His figure moved like lightning, intercepting the ball steadily between Lu Dachao's pass to Bai Xiu. Wow, no way, this is possible. Lu Dachao pushed up his black-rimmed glasses, blinking his small eyes, almost looking stunned. He is a skilled point guard, and his passing is his proud skill. He didn't expect Lin Chun to break it so easily. Little tricks. Lin Chun looked at Lu Dachao with a calm expression. If it were an ordinary person, they might have been fooled. But trying to fool him is too easy. Lin Chun held the ball, about to shoot. Suddenly, he was shocked to find. Where was the ball? He looked back. Sure enough, the ball was quietly in Yi's hands. Impossible. How could he? Lin Chun's face turned ugly. He didn't even know how Yi stole the ball. Everyone watched the ball appear in Yi's hands, showing surprised expressions. What's going on? How did the ball get over there? Is he doing magic? So amazing. The whole court was stunned by Yi's incredible move. At first, Lin Chun appeared as an unbeatable court god. Even Wang Xiefeng, the team captain, was beaten badly. But this kid just intercepted Lin Chun's ball right away, adding a mysterious aura in the eyes of outsiders. Wang Xiefeng also looked amazed. This wasn't the first time he'd seen Yi make such incredible steals. But every time, he still felt amazed. Qin Yao was so excited she stood up, and her eyes looking at Yi changed. This guy is even better than she imagined, a real treasure boy. Yi dribbled the ball, a smile appearing at the corner of his mouth. He managed to steal the ball from Lin Chun without him noticing, all thanks to his system skill, Cloud Searching Hand. He has several system skills, but Yi favors Cloud Searching Hand the most, and it has been upgraded to level 4. The higher this skill level, the more mental energy it requires. Now at level 4, in the eyes of ordinary people, he is already considered a master thief. But isn't stealing just stealing? It's all the same. Thanks to this skill, Yi dominates on the court and has even earned some small money by playing pickup games. After using the Cloud Searching Hand to steal the ball, Yi saw 2 blue team players coming to double team him. So he casually threw the ball to Bai Xiu and said, "Old Bai, take a shot." Bai Xiu yawned, caught the basketball, and softly muttered, "Skill, accuracy." Swish. He didn't even look at the basket, and the ball slipped from his hands. The shot was off target. Lin Chun, Wang Xiefeng, and a few other experienced players immediately saw that the ball's trajectory was wrong. Sure enough, the ball hit the backboard and bounced on the metal frame of the hoop. Once, twice, and then it went in. The score was 236. Wow, that went in. Pure luck? After Bai Xiu scored, a sigh went through the crowd. That shot was just luck, like a blind cat bumping into a dead mouse. It wasn't as satisfying as Lin Chun's perfect shot. Next, the blue team launched an attack. After a few passes, the ball came back to Lin Chun. This time, he didn't dribble but directly shot at the basket, from beyond the three-point line. If it went in, the score would widen again. Qin Shan sprinted forward quickly, using his tall height to block Lin Chun's shot. Lin Chun is 1.85 meters tall, while Qin Shan is 1.95 meters. That 10-centimeter height advantage is very important on the court, but it didn't seem to work for Lin Chun. He leaned back strategically and threw the ball with a flick of his wrist. Bang! At this moment, a hand seemed to be ready all along, swiftly snatching the ball from in front of him. It was stolen again. Lin Chun's expression turned cold. He supported himself with one hand, stood up, and looked at an E, who was holding the ball steadily. This guy? And he didn't hesitate and threw the ball back to Baishio. Baishio caught it and, as expected, recreated the scene of the first shot. The basketball rolled on the rim for a long time before finally dropping into the net. No way. Someone on the court immediately cursed. Did this guy sacrifice his little brother? Where did he get such luck? The score was now 436. Hey, what's going on with you guys? Can't even watch one person. Don't blame me. Who knew how he got past? The members of the blue team argued, which made them look useless. Wang Xiefeng smiled. Even though he wasn't involved the whole time, he was still part of the team. This money was really well spent. Stop arguing. Lin Shen looked cold and commanded. One person watched the yawning guy. The other three guard the kid stealing the ball. Keep going. His choice was very accurate. Baishio's luck was unbelievably good. Since an E confidently passed him the ball, it wasn't just luck. There was something strange about it. As for an E, he was so sneaky that no one noticed him stealing the ball. But as long as they keep him closely watched, I don't believe he can do anything. I have to say, Lin Shen's tactics worked well. He quickly saw that an E was the key to winning or losing. 3 players guarded an E, forming a human wall, making it hard for him to move. The others, Qin Shan, Lu Dachao, and Wang Xiefeng, weren't a match for Lin Shen. At the midfield, Lu Dachao dribbled the ball, made a tricky pass around Lin Shen, and passed it to Wang Xiefeng. Wang Xiefeng caught the ball and felt his blood boiling with excitement. Without hesitation, he immediately shot. A shadow appeared, a fierce block, and the ball was slapped away again. Wang Xiefeng was so angry he wanted to curse. What's wrong with him taking a shot? Lu Dachao, with his long arms, quickly ran out and saved the ball from going out of bounds, throwing it to an E, who was surrounded and under the basket. E.g., catch the ball. Dream on. The 3 blue team players showed disdainful smiles. Then, their smiles froze. And Yi's figure shot out like lightning, moving as fast as Lin Shen, rushing past the 3 defenders, leaping up, and grabbing the ball with one hand. Bang! A solid dunk. An E slammed the ball into the basket. The whole court went silent. An alley-oop dunk. This incredible move stunned everyone. After a moment of silence, the crowd finally reacted. Was I seeing things just now? Wow, wow, wow. Oh my. I feel like I'm watching the top 10 plays in an NBA game. Did I record the video? I want to upload it to Douyin. Amazing move. This incredible shot instantly ignited the atmosphere in the stadium. Cheering erupted everywhere. Brother E is awesome. Wang Xiefeng clenched his fist, looking excited. Is Lin Shen not very confident? Keep being confident. There's always someone better. Thinking of this, Wang Xiefeng couldn't help but look toward the goddess Qin Yao. An E. So cool. At this moment, even Qin Yao stood up. Her beautiful face turned red with excitement as she held a makeshift horn and cheered loudly. Wang Xiefeng's excitement suddenly calmed down. What's going on? It feels like trying to steal something, but ending up losing more. Never mind. She's just cheering for the team. These two aren't really related, so I shouldn't be jealous. Lin Shen looked at Annie thoughtfully, playing around with a playful attitude. His expression changed slightly. After that dunk, Annie's performance on the court remained eye-catching, even under Lin Shen's pressure. Next, Annie moved like a hunting leopard, running freely across the court. With incredible dribbling skills and unmatched speed and agility, no one could stop him even for a moment. Zhu Shan, the center, was unbeatable at grabbing rebounds. Lu Dachao, the point guard, had such tricky passing skills that even his teammates didn't know where he would throw the ball next. Baishio's luck was unbelievable. He made 3 consecutive shots, and no matter how he threw the ball, it went into the basket. Soon, the blue team players were all panting heavily, exhausted and out of breath. Only Lin Shen remained calm, watching an E with a cold gaze. Just as he expected, this kid is not simple. From An Yi's explosive speed, agility, and reaction time just now, he was clearly not inferior. Who exactly is this guy? Lin Shen's expression grew more serious. He knew how tough his own training was, brutal, demanding, almost inhuman, and how many life-or-death situations he had survived on the battlefield to develop his strength. And this guy? He was completely on par with him. The score is 18-43, we're in the lead. Keep your spirits up. A player from the blue team encouraged his teammates. Another blue team player shook his head and said, "No, we can't do it. The opponent is too strong, especially that an E. All three of us can't guard him. What should we do? Leave him to me. The rest of you focus on the others," Lin Shen said calmly. At that moment, a strong aura burst out from him. He knew he had to take this seriously. An E turned around, and his gaze happened to meet Lin Shen's sharp eyes. "I know you're not simple. No need to hide your skills." Lin Shen dribbled the ball and said seriously as he passed by an E. Years of fierce battles made the killing intent in him surge out. An E remained calm, with a cold, indifferent look. Usually lazy, his expression now showed rare arrogance. "Can't dodge anymore? Then let's see how strong the full-powered chosen one really is." And he smiled confidently. When he focused, his eyes also became sharp as he stared at Lin Shen. Qin Shan and Lu Dachao looked at each other. And he usually acts playful and carefree, so they rarely saw him serious. The basketball spun in Lin Shen's hands. He stepped sideways and suddenly drove to the basket. His speed was so fast that even his dribbling looked blurry. Everyone on the court was stunned. Is this really human speed? However, and he stayed close and guarded him tightly. His speed was not at all inferior to Lin Shen. Under the basket, the ball slipped from Lin Shen's hands. With a stylish hook shot, Lin Shen shot the ball, spinning toward the hoop. But An seemed to have anticipated this. He reached out and flicked his hand, and the ball mysteriously appeared in his grasp. His speed was so fast that even Lin Shen, watching closely, couldn't see clearly. Bai Xiao, who had been yawning and looking sleepy, saw this intense scene. His eyes also showed seriousness as he muttered softly, "These two are crazy." Right now, the basketball court had become a battlefield between An and Lin Shen. Others didn't dare to interfere. Both of them were so fast that, by comparison, everyone else on the court, including Qin Shan and Lu Dachao, looked like they were moving in slow motion. Lin Shen dribbled past the two. The ball was stolen by An. An held the ball and took a shot. Lin Shen jumped to block it perfectly. The ball was caught again by An and passed to Bai Xiao. Lin Shen reacted very quickly and reached out to block. The others gradually became mere decorations. It was as if this had become a battlefield for An and Lin Shen. Both of them used extremely skilled techniques, attacking and defending at a breathless speed. The intensity of the fight made everyone's hearts race. They had never seen such an amazing basketball match. In terms of skill and strength, Lin Shen actually far surpassed An. After all, An had only been playing basketball for about a year and a half. What really gave Lin Shen a headache was An Yi's unpredictable stealing skills. Every time Lin Shen tried to go for a layup, he would inexplicably find the ball gone. It was almost impossible to defend against. Because of this, An managed to even the gap between them. "Come on. Keep going, Lin Shen. Come on, An." The whole court was filled with cheers like waves. Wang Xiefeng and others didn't dare to make a sound. In this peak basketball showdown, even players from school teams like them had become weaklings, not even qualified to join the game. The basketball was in Lin Shen's hands. He held the ball with both hands and forcefully dunked. An reacted quickly, swinging one hand to hit the ball, trying to block Lin Shen's attack. This was purely a contest of strength. With his momentum, Lin Shen had the advantage. An Yi's sudden force couldn't stop the power of the dunk. "Come on, An." Qin Yao's voice, though not loud amid the roaring crowd, sounded very sharp to Lin Shen's ears. In that moment of distraction, Lin Shen's strength weakened a bit. An Yi's hand also struck down heavily, knocking the ball out of Lin Shen's hands. Thud, thud, thud. The ball went out of bounds and bounced outside the court. Lin Shen looked calm and said softly, "Enough playing. I'm not competing anymore." After saying that, Lin Shen took off his jersey and threw it to a player from the blue team. And he was gasping heavily, his eyes very serious. In theory, this was their first direct confrontation. But he had not gained any advantage. He was even weaker in strength, skills, and experience. Although they haven't truly fought, An can imagine that he is not yet a match for Lin Shen. This guy is stronger than he thought. Then, An was stunned. He could clearly see that the destiny value above Lin Shen's head had dropped from 100 to 99. What kind of move was that? What is going on? Is that all? You're not so strong now, are you? Seeing Lin Shen walking away, Wang Xiefeng looked proud and said happily. Although he was just a tool during the whole event, in the end, their group still won. And he looked at Lin Chen's back, wanting to say something to comfort him. He thought, with that poker face, he might be someone under Lin Chen's command in the future, so they shouldn't get on bad terms. But clearly, Lin Chen didn't give him a chance. Brother E is awesome. No wonder he's the king of baseball in Jiangbei City.